I think it's probably fair to say that the greatest gift that anyone can give anyone, that you can give yourself, and that we as human beings can give to our shared world is presence. Really fully being in ourselves first and foremost, and then fully being in our spaces, and then from there being fully in the world and present and available to each other. And when I talk about presence, I don't just mean that your body is in a space, but that you are fully in your body. And what does that mean? It means that you feel everything that's going on. And that's a tall order because there's a lot going on that isn't all that comfortable when you're a human being. Think of it as your true essence is loving, present light, and it's trying to shine through the kind of density of your human form. And wherever energy is a little stuck or stagnant or downright in a knot, the presence is going to bring awareness to that, and it feels really uncomfortable. So when we learn to meditate and really sit and be with what is in ourselves, it's a lot easier to do if we come together as a group. And what I discovered during COVID, I've been teaching yoga teacher trainings for about 10 years now, and during COVID I taught the trainings online. And at first I thought, how can you even do that? It's about being together. It's about being in the same space. But what we realized was that just bringing a group together and deciding to be present within ourselves and in our shared space really did make a difference in holding us each, so that when I would become more present, it would be more easy for you to become present. And if I started losing my dedication to being present in the moment in myself and with the group that I was with, then there was enough presence being built by the rest of the group to kind of, it's almost like a gravity of presence would draw me back in, and fewer and fewer of us would kind of exit our present state, and we would hold that state and it would become stronger and stronger. And as we've been sitting there together, or we'd be sitting there together, at some point it gets so pleasant and held and peaceful to simply be in that space of stillness and presence together. And it heals something on a level that you cannot really grasp with your mind or put words on with your mind. It's almost like supernatural because it's not of the mind. It's coming closer to our true nature as a spirit being embodied or embodying the body. The essence of our spirit self is the true nature. And suddenly we rest in that state of who we truly are, and not in the confusion of identifying so much with the duality and the mind constructs and the stories that are running in the mind, which is such a draining state. And so many people right now feel either incredibly tired or drained energetically, or need something to not feel that awful feeling of not being fully present. So for us to come together as a group and practice presence, practice really being together and feeling the light of who we really are and bringing that into the world. I believe that is, at least in part, the healing of the world is each of us making the decision to be willing to be here fully, no matter what is going on, no matter what old hurts are coming up, and then being here together more and more as a group. And it's like we start to, instead of these dim light bulbs, that just are on our phones and barely connecting with each other anymore, we expand that light, turn on that light, and we become stronger and stronger light bulbs, and we inspire each other to fully come in more. And then we start illuminating the world. And I don't think we can underestimate the power of enough people becoming more present in their kind of divine, loving essence of who we really are, that is the antidote to anything that is not of love. And we know exactly when we look out there what's going on in the world that is not of love, that is not coming from the loving heart. And it's happening all over. It's not even about politics. It's about acting on a love impulse or acting from that duality place where fear has set in and where it's like combating humans instead of co-evolving, co-loving humans. So that's a long spiel to say. Join me on Sunday morning, 9 to 10:30 in my Zoom room. And we will do meditation and prayer work together, bringing light in together. And this is sliding scale. You're welcome not to pay if you're going through a tough time. Just register and be there, because your light is worth so much more than anything you could ever pay anyway. This is like an urgent call for us to come together. And I'm doing it online because then someone in Europe could also come. And it's also just easier, you know, instead of finding a space that's convenient for everybody. And in many ways, it's also in the online virtual world that so much of this seduction into separateness and polarization happens. So let's introduce right into that space also unity, love, oneness, presence, and love. So that's my invitation to you, and I really hope you want to join me. I'll put the link below. Otherwise, just go to mariatoso.com and look under upcoming events, and you will find it there. Thank you for anything you do to bring presence and love to the world, whether with me or in your own space, in your own body, in your own garden, with your own friends and family.